This is exile for Yusuf Abdo Azabi and his family. Somewhere in Jordan he doesn't want us to disclose. The children don't go to school anymore. But they're being taught the bitter lessons of Daraa, where the Syrian uprising began. Marwa, who's 5, says they want the government to fall because it kills people. Who did it kill, her father prompts. Nadir and Mr. Osama, the girls answer. There's a list of 10 people Azabi wants us to know about. He says he washed their bodies and buried them after they were killed by Syrian security forces.
Some of these bodies have no bullet wounds, but they were tortured and beaten. Electric shocks and whippings and beatings by iron rods and hanging from the ceiling in the underground shelters. I was detained by them and I know how they tortured people.
When the uprising began in Daraa, Azabi filmed the demonstrations and narrated videos of the bodies. He became a wanted man. On the Jordanian border, Syrians cross back and forth every day. They enter legally at this border point in Ramtha and increasingly illegally elsewhere along the border. The Jordanians detain many of them, but they don't send them back. Hundreds of Syrian families are in the city, in neighborhoods like this, trying to remain invisible. Many of them are destitute, but they're afraid to be shown on camera or even to ask for help. This isn't just the fear and uncertainty of ordinary refugees. A lot of the Syrians who have crossed the border are absolutely terrified. Many of them have had friends and relatives arrested, tortured, killed, and they say the same thing would happen to their families if the government knew that they were talking. We disguised Wassam's identity. His father sent him to Jordan when he refused to stop going to demonstrations. He says his cousin was killed in front of him in March.
Security started saying, "Welcome, welcome, come on." When we entered, they started shooting at us. My cousin was shot in his left leg. They caught him and kept hitting him. They hit him with a bayonet between his eyes, and then they shot him in the back of the head.
In Ar Ramtha, Syrians continue to stream into Jordan. They're keeping a low profile, and the Jordanian government wants to keep it that way. There's a sense on all sides that the unrest across the border could go on for a very long time. Jane Arraf, Al Jazeera, Al Ramtha, Jordan.